Hello and welcome to another episode of the Good Hearted Podcast. Today I'm doing something a little different, but I think it will be entertaining and hopefully enjoyable for you. So while I'm on TikTok scrolling for hours, as one does, I've come across a lot of self love and self care messages on TikTok, and I kind of just started favoriting the ones that I thought would be good to share with you. Some of them I have watched the entirety of it. Other ones, I've just seen it for a second. I'm like, oh, that could be a good one. And I've kind of added it to it. And so some of them I will be blind reacting to. And I'm just wanting to kind of open up a conversation and talk about different perspectives of these TikToks. Some of them have kind of gone viral and can then influence how a lot of people feel and think about that particular topic. And so, without further ado, I'm just going to kind of dive in. If you're watching on YouTube, you'll be able to see the TikTok. I'm going to put a screen recording on one of these sides. But if you are listening to the podcast on your app, I'm still going to play the audio as long as there's no music playing. But if there is, I'll kind of explain what's going on. Okay, so here's the first one.
This is a work of art. 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 This is a work of art.
I love that. So she kind of went through and was just saying all of these things are works of art. Curvy/fat bodies, skinny bodies, discolored skin, junk food, healthy food, like everything is okay. Everything is good. And I'm sure that some people would not agree with that. But her caption here says, "You are a work of art no matter what you eat or what size you are or how different you are," which I love. Could not agree more. As humans, we all are meant to look different and feel different, and our genetics are different. There's so many things that should be celebrated because they're different. And instead, usually it's like, something that's considered a flaw or not as desirable. But I think it's great to just start embracing all of the differences because we have so many. Okay, so now I'll go to the next one.
I just want to let people know that you're actually perfect. Because some people are just like, you're fine the way you are. You're not fine. You're perfect. Like, you was perfectly and wonderfully made. Like, you was made perfect. Your creator looked at you and was like, oh, this is banging, Do you know what I mean? And I feel like for people struggling with confidence, stop looking at others. Yeah. Stop looking at others and focus on what you like about yourself and magnify that. My favorite part about myself is my personality. So what I done, I took that and I ran with it. Yeah. I don't have a bump. I don't need one. All right? I don't need one. It's okay.
Oh my gosh, that was beautiful and so much information in that little clip. But this looks like it's an interview for maybe a podcast or something like that. And I love that little takeaway that she has, that you are perfect. And like she said, maybe don't draw so much attention to the things that you don't love as much about yourself, but magnify the things that you do. I'm a lot like her. I feel like I have kind of that bubbly personality that's easy to talk to and friendly, and just overall, can be people pleasing. I don't got an ass, but apparently I don't need one because I've got a good personality. So just going off of those things and remembering that we don't all have to be perfect in the traditional way that you think when you think perfect, when you think, the perfect body and perfect relationship and all of those things. Like, even though those things may seem perfect, I'm sure they're messed up. You know what I mean? It's like, you are perfect the way you are made. I love that. Thinking about your favorite thing about yourself and embracing that and kind of honing in on that instead of all of the other things that you could pick apart about yourself. Okay, let's do the next one.
So I heard you want to start loving yourself, but you're not sure where to start. Here are 5 things you can do immediately. First, clean your environment. Clean your room, clean your house, get rid of all the shit you don't need. Second, clean your social media. You want to know what I mean? Unfollow the people that use dark humor, because really all that's doing is just feeding you negative shit.
I'm sorry. Okay, this is one I had not seen all the way through before. She had me until the dark humor thing, because I love dark humor. And I will admit that, like, sometimes it can make me think negative or can be, like, kind of fucked up, you know? But I very much enjoy my dark humor. So, whatever. I'll give her a small pass on that one. Let's see what else she says.
And third, make a list of 25 things that you really enjoy doing.
I'm sorry, 25 things? I, okay.
I mean, really enjoy doing, and you probably just haven't done it in a while. And number 4, circle 3 of the things from the list and promise me you're going to do them in the next 7 days. And 5th, go buy a journal, and for the next 7 days, you're going to write this in your journal. I open my heart to an abundance of love, wealth, and creativity.
Okay, so that was some good affirmations to put in a journal every day. But if you've been here a while, you probably also know how I feel about journaling. I suck at journaling. So I am not personally going to go out and buy a journal and journal in it every single day, but I may or may not remember to put something in my phone as a note or my calendar app or something. So maybe I could do something like that. But I think for the most part, her 5 immediate things you can do to start loving yourself, I don't totally disagree with her on all of those things. And you know what? What the hell? Try it out, see if it works for you, right?
7 rules of life. Number 1, let it go. Never ruin a good day by thinking about a bad yesterday. Number 2, ignore them. Don't listen to other people. Live a life that's empowering to you. Number 3, give it time. Time heals everything.
Okay, so wait, was that even 7 rules? Maybe it was. For the most part, I like this one, as a rule to let things go. Okay, I get that. Um, I don't necessarily agree with the like letting go of the bad yesterday because sometimes I think doing that is just a form of avoiding. And I totally get like wanting to try to stay in a positive headspace and have a good day, and you don't want it to be easily ruined by something else. But I think you also need to kind of wrestle with those uncomfortable feelings if they're sad or, not happy. Um, Not to like constantly make yourself miserable and keep reliving that, but to just not totally push it down and avoid it, if that makes sense. And the point about ignoring people, I get that to an extent because for a long time I have done certain things because of what I've been told or, what I've seen other people doing or what was expected of me. And I am kind of to the point where I just don't care about other people. And I'm really trying to be true to myself and do things in my life that make me happy and kind of ignore everybody else, I guess. Okay, let's do the next one.
This is what you're getting wrong with self-love. The goal is not to love yourself so much that you don't need anyone else to love you. The goal is to be in such a state of self-love that you attract people who know how to love you.
Okay, I like that. I like that. Loving yourself enough and knowing yourself enough to know what you deserve, what you desire, what you need from a partner or from a friend or whatever, and them seeing that in you. That's interesting. I like that. Okay, let's do a couple more.
Got 3 looks.
For Self Love Journey Edition.
Could I interest you
Overdoing
in
it on self-care.
a little bit of everything, all of the time.
Not even being able to look at myself in the mirror without crying. Feeling like the sexiest thing alive.
Got 3 looks. And that's it.
I definitely feel that. Being like, oh my God, I am a wreck. My life is a wreck. My mindset is a wreck. Like, I need to do all the self-care things right now. This is an emergency. Also to doing fucking nothing and not taking care of myself. And then every once in a while having one of those days where I'm like, you know what? No, I am the shit. I'm doing a good job. I'm hot. I'm feeling myself. All of those things.
Girls up there, listen to me. I let my body hold me back for so long. Don't let your body hold you back. Don't let your body insecurities hold you back from doing anything that you want to do. This isn't just for me. This is for the girl who got into a bikini first time this year, who the mother who just had a child and she's embracing her stretch marks on her stomach, for that girl who said, no, I'm actually not going to lose weight for you, boyfriend, and for the woman who actually can look in the mirror and say, I love you and mean it.
Oh. Wow. So that was Ashley Graham talking about not letting your body hold you back. I love Ashley. I feel like she has done so much for the plus size fashion industry and just plus size women in general. And I love that kind of inspiration. I kind of got chills from that. But it's so true. Like for a lot of my life, my body has held me back in a lot of different ways. I was even talking to Dylan about this at dinner last night. Um, Basically, which this could be TMI, but what the hell, whatever. He was like, I don't know what I was talking about, but I complain about the size of my boobs a lot. And he asked me why I don't like having big boobs. And I kind of went down my list of things and why. Because they're heavy, because they sag way more than I wish that they would, because I can't wear certain tops because they just don't fit well. It makes me look top heavy and heavier than I maybe actually am. Like when I wear a bra, it feels like my boobs are like in my face. All of these things. And they have become huge insecurities for me. And so then I won't buy certain tops or dresses that I think would look very flattering on me because I feel like it would show too much of my chest or, bending over in a shirt that is totally modest. And then everything is out for the world to see. And that, I mean, definitely with like wearing a bikini, wasn't allowed to wear one when I was like a child living at home. And then after I got married, I wore one for like a couple years. And then I immediately like started kind of covering up my body again. And even now, like I'm sure if I wear a swimsuit this summer, it will be a one piece or a high waisted bikini because like I got hella stretch marks from having Harper, and I'm very insecure about how my stomach looks right now and like the pooch that I have going on. And so my body has held me back from a lot where I've decided not to go to certain things or to wear something that was uncomfortable because I thought it would be more presentable on my body, if that makes sense. So, my body has held me back in many, many ways before, and maybe you can relate to that as well. So, I love this little pep talk from Ashley. Okay, and I think I'm going to do two more. So, here's the next one.
Sometimes self love and self care and taking care of yourself means ordering a little bit way too much of sushi and just planning your fat badonkadonk on the couch and doing absolutely nothing.
Love it. Love that. She had like 4 containers of sushi and she said, this is self love. So being able to do that and then just sit and do nothing, if that's what you want to do, more power to you. We love it. Okay, I'll do one more.
Self-love challenge, go. The strongest part of my body, the sexiest part of my body, my favorite part of my body, the most important part of my body, the part of my body I would never change. Okay, now your turn.
So I love that. Super sweet, super wholesome. And I think that can be a great prompt for anybody who is just feeling rough and negative towards themselves and their body image and anything like that. This can be a fun little challenge for you to do, to just go through and look in the mirror or take a cute picture of yourself or something. Make this a video yourself if you want to, just celebrating those things about yourself that are your favorite. Again, kind of going back to that other TikTok we talked about. Not being so focused on the things that you don't love about yourself and instead embracing and being excited for the things that you do love. So I hope you like this episode. I know this is way different from what I've normally done, but I just thought TikTok has helped me so much when it comes to self-love and self-care and just discovering more of who I am and what I like and what I need out of life. And I thought I would kind of share some of those things with you. Most of these I had not seen all the way through. I think only one I had watched all the way through. I thought things would be a little more controversial than that, or that I would disagree with more of the things. But for the most part, I think there's only like 2 videos that I had anything slightly negative to say about it. So I definitely encourage you to check out the self love community on TikTok and Instagram and just make yourself part of it so that you can be surrounded by those good influences and those nice affirmations that just keep you encouraged and inspired to be your true self and to do it unapologetically in a way that feels good to you. So thank you so much for watching today's video. If you enjoyed it, please be sure to like and subscribe, and I'll see you in my next one.